Laura Lori.
Thanks, Lauren. I am so honored to see you all here. I am so excited to have you here tonight. I have to tell you that I have a true love for the fitness industry and specifically fitness professionals. Your commitment and your drive to serve others, to create transformation, to help people create their very best lives. I absolutely love it. And I am so honored that you are here. I know we've got multiple time zones, people from around the world on our call this evening. And I'm so grateful you're here with an open mind to take a look at what this is all about and what we do here at Isagenix. My name is Laura Lori, and I have been with the company for 6 years. And I got started, I was actually working in a corporate job. I didn't understand anything about leveraged or residual income. But when it was explained to me and I was open to the idea of it, I was blown away. I was completely all in. I jumped in. I was so excited about this opportunity and this type of earnings and income. So I'm grateful that you are here to take a look at this and see what this is all about and understand a little bit more about leveraged residual income and what this opportunity is all about. I want to get us started right away, and I'm going to introduce our very first speaker. She is one of my dearest friends. She is a master's degree clinical nutritionist. She has been in the fitness industry for over 20 years, personal trainer, group fitness instructor. She is an author. She's a motivational speaker. She is an industry millionaire. I'm honored to call her my friend, but I will tell you the thing that I love the most about Lauren is her massive passion and heart to serve and to link arms and to walk alongside people to help them create the life that they personally dream of. And she does a beautiful job of it. So Lauren Sims, why don't you go ahead and get started with us?
Thank you, Laura. That was so sweet of you. I really appreciate that. And honestly, I'm going to say more than anything tonight, thanks to all of you for hopping on. I mean, we truly want to acknowledge your time, kind of what's happening right now. And as someone who comes from the fitness industry and is watching what's happening because of COVID-19, I understand that we woke up to terrible news a few weeks ago that radically changed the way that we do business. You know, never ever have we not been able to go to the gym, right? Go to the spin classes, go to the yoga classes. And I know that we're all looking for different opportunities because things have changed. And I want to invite you all to just have an open mind, you know, and as we evolve through these changes, to know that this community is always stronger together, and we empower each other and we learn from each other. So the other thing I'm just going to kind of bring up is I understand as a fitness professional what it's like to be bombarded with things. If you guys have been bombarded by some pitch, you know, tell me in the chat. I know that I've heard them all as well. But here's what we understand is that often it conflicts with your own value proposition. But what we're going to share with you tonight, I believe, has the power to radically shift the way that you look at things. And if you can stay open, I want you to just imagine how different life can be. So we're going to show you how to get results with a leveraged income model, what residual income with Isagenix can really do. So ultimately, you can impact more people with a very simple system. So I want to just tell you a teeny bit about my background. Laura gave you my resume, but you guys, 7 years ago, a little bit less than that, I was working 80 to 100 hours a week. I was clocking in and clocking out, exchanging time for money at a number of jobs, from personal training to teaching spin classes and body pump classes. And I was the membership director at the YMCA, and I bartended and I waited tables and I did everything underneath the sun to try and make an overhead, to get out of my student loan debt, to have enough money that I could have a nice car, that I didn't have to have a roommate. Okay, that was my life. I was so overworked. I was so overwhelmed. I was so underpaid. And to be completely honest, I was unfulfilled. It was not what I thought that it was going to be. So when Isagenix came into my life and I said, I have to do this because if I want things to change, I have to change. And the first thing I did was hop on the products. And Laura's going to go through it in a little bit and tell you so much about this nutrition. But I will tell you that this nutrition changed my life. I was a girl that was working out at times 10 to 15 hours a week. I was eating Whole30. I was prepping my meals 6 times a day, and I was carrying 30 pounds of extra weight around. I was a stressed out inflammation ball. And when I hopped on this system with ease, I dropped over 30 pounds. I sleep more now. I eat with more flexibility. I'm not stressed. Like, my whole body is transformed. And we're here to show you that first, because it really does start with the nutrition. So I want you to ask yourself right now, what was it that first got you into fitness? And if you're brave enough, type in the chat right now. Like, what made you want to be a trainer? What made you want to be a group fitness instructor? And if you're like me, maybe it's because you are psychologically unemployable, all right? You want to be your own boss. Maybe it's because you love to help people. Maybe it's because you love to motivate people, right? You're Aaron, you're Mr. Motivation. You want to be like, wake up, wake up, wake up. Like, what was it that got you into the fitness industry? And are you really living your ideal life? Like, when you think about your current situation, even before COVID-19, is it what you thought it was going to be? Because I will tell you that I thought, oh man, the best profession out there is to be a personal trainer. And training 60 hours a week to make ends meet is sometimes not all that we thought it was going to be. So I want to introduce you to something right now called the cash flow quadrant. And if you've never heard of this, it comes from Robert Kiyosaki's book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And I'm not going to go through everything for you. I encourage you to read the book. This was something incredibly eye-opening to me many, many years ago. But on the left side, when you look at employees, or those that are self-employed, it makes up 95% of the population. However, they're only bringing in 5% of the wealth. And the right side of the quadrant, when we shift from a model of exchanging time for money to a leveraged income model of residual income and passive income, these business owners and investors are only making up 5% of the population. However, they are bringing in 95% of the wealth. And so many of us on this call as personal trainers or group fitness instructors, yoga instructors, are the employee or the self-employed. Think about it from the employee standpoint. The gym is taking part of your profit. They have a capped income on you. They set your hours. If you're self-employed, and you're paying rent and you have all this overhead, but even if you're a business owner, maybe you've moved into this, but right now with your gym being closed, where is the cash coming in? And what is this going to look like when we start to reintegrate back out of this social quarantine? I believe people are going to stay cautious. I don't believe that just on May 15th or whatever date it may be, if it's June or July, we don't know, that it's just going to go back to the way it used to be. There are going to be permanent changes, and our new normal is something we are all going to have to adapt to. So tonight, we want to introduce you to a system that we can truly show you how to leverage your time and have your money working for you. Before I can do that, I need to really go through here for you, like, what are your options, okay? If you didn't do network marketing, what are your options right now? So let's think about sponsorship. And y'all, I'm such a straight shooter. Those of you that know me on the call, like, remind them that I say this with love because I'm such a straight shooter. But let's be real about sponsorship. I know girls in the UFC that have been sponsored by the biggest companies out there. It doesn't pay worth a darn. Most people are getting product samples and they're waiting for the next hottest athlete to come by and grab that sponsorship. Let's talk about retail here. There is no personal attachment to you. So if I go into a gym and they offer a pre-workout to me, or a trainer recommended it to me and I loved it, I can go get that product on my own through Amazon or through GNC or through bodybuilding.com. There is no attachment to that trainer, to that gym owner. It's an attachment to the product. When we think about online subscription models, here's where things are changing. I think we all could agree that the market is quite saturated right now. And many people, because they can't do belly-to-belly training, are moving to an online subscription model. But here's the problem. Not only is it saturated, but the value is going down. The dollar that you're charging is going down. So if a trainer who was charging $100 an hour has to bring down their value for a monthly subscription, and then you have to bring in enough customers to balance that equation out. However, in my opinion right now, and this is only my opinion, you have goldfish trainers who are brand new and unexperienced competing with the biggest sharks out there. because all of the gyms and all of the major name brands have gone to an online subscription model, and some of it is complementary because of what is going on. And so I don't say that to be hurtful. I say that to say we have another way, and we are here tonight to show you how to have a cash flow asset that will build, that will pay you immediately, that comes alongside you in your own brand. So in no way are we discouraging you not to do that. However, we want to provide you ammo of support to be able to have income while you grow this business. When I think about network marketing, you will have equity in the company as opposed to other things out there. When I think about network marketing, and this is a word of mouth distribution model, it is built within your network. You will have customers for life because they have loyalty to you. Now, the last thing I'll say about this is when I opened up Fuel for Life, which is my nutrition practice, back in 2008, okay, that was 12 years ago when I opened up my nutrition practice, it cost me over $10,000. That was to have a brick and mortar office, to have a logo, to have a website, to get business cards, to have an LLC, and all of the jazz. I know because of inflation in 2020, it would cost even more. So when we look at people today trying to create their online brand, it's so expensive. And so think about the ways that you can have cash flow during the process. Now, here's something that I want you all to think about. How are you going to differentiate yourself from every other person out there? And this is where we come into place because we want you to align with a system. We want to show you how to have an online wellness store that adds value to your clients because it takes out the decision-making process, because they are able to go online and purchase a system, purchase products that is going to accelerate the results that you feel good about. You provide the platform of solutions where somebody else has done the marketing, somebody else has done the science, somebody else has done all the research, that it takes the time and pressure off of you, but it allows you to do what you want to do, which is offer results to your clients. So here's an idea that I really need y'all to grasp. And honestly, when I saw this, this is like when the angels sung that I was like, ah, this is what I need to be doing. I need you to think outside of the building. What I mean by that is the customers that are coming into the gym in your 10 by 10 mile zip code or whatever it may be, that's as far as a reach as you typically can go. So an owner of an Orange Theory franchise here in Denver, right, they're not benefiting from the Orange Theory franchise in St. Louis where Laura is. You can only work within the customers within that space. When I think about when I had my practice, if Laura came in and she was a patient and I put her on a Whole30 program and a bunch of nutraceutical supplements, and she went to Spain to go visit her friend Aaron, and he's like, wow, you look amazing. And she says, oh yeah, I'm working with this holistic nutritionist and she has me on a whole bunch of, these crazy pharmaceutical grade supplements. The sale ends right there, right? Like Aaron in Spain cannot be my customer. I didn't have remote coaching. He doesn't have access to these nutritional grade supplements. So I'm stuck in a model of exchanging time for money, working within clients and patients in a limited zip code, in a limited radius. Now, let me paint this picture to you another way. So Laura comes into my office, right? She wants to have this amazing transformation for her high school reunion. And I put her on a system. I put her on our value path. And she gets amazing results. She releases the inches and pounds that she wants to. And she travels to London for a work conference. And she meets Laura and Bryce in the UK, and they say, oh my gosh, you look amazing, right? I think I said school reunion, whatever. She's traveling somewhere, but now she's in London and she meets these amazing people, right? And they say, what are you doing? She goes, oh, I'm working with this nutritionist in Denver. However, there's this product, this system of nutrition that anybody can do. I would love to help you get started on it. And she refers Laura and Bryce, and they refer Sarah, and Sarah refers Casey. And there's this ripple effect of people that are able to buy the products from your online wellness store, that we're doing what we want to do, which is helping people. We are trying to reach people and have the biggest impact we have. And what this ultimately does is creates a dual income stream with your current brand using your current influence. So yes, you can still be personal training. Yes, you can still be coaching clients one-on-one, but this secret weapon is the systems that duplicate. So I want to chat with you a little bit here about who is Isagenix, right? Who are we? First of all, this mission statement could bring me to tears every time I read it. Our vision is to impact world health and free people from physical and financial pain, and in the process, create the most trusted and respected health and wellness company in the world. That's incredible. But here's what I want you to know. This is like a mom and pop company that's making near $1 billion a year, over $7 billion in the last 18 years. I know Jim and Kathy and Eric well. If you look at the photos on the right-hand side, those are pictures of them at our team dinner. That's a spa day that we went to with Kathy Coover. The bottom was an event that we went to. But these are people that have a ton of experience, okay? A ton of experience. So Jim Coover, who took one of the first health and wellness companies in the 80s to $1 billion company in 27 months. He has an incredible background of bodybuilding. I mean, he's in his 70s. Look how handsome and fit he is. These are the people that are leading our company. Kathy Coover, former dental hygienist, then she went into the field. She rose to the top, #1 income earner of 3 different network marketing companies. She experienced, sadly, some of the hardship that had happened in years past, which gave this industry a bad reputation. And when she came out of retirement and partnered with John Anderson, who Laura's going to tell you about, she said, we are going to be the company that does it the right way. Our motto is, if it's not right for the customer, if it's not right for the associate, it's not right for the company. The core values of this company is incredible. And Eric Coover is their son. He's in his young 30s. He has an MBA from Harvard. He is our chief visionary officer. He's the legacy of this company. And the reason I point that out is we are not going anywhere. We are just getting started. So when you're looking at a company and saying, can I trust this company? It is just the beginning. So let's talk about a few of our accolades. We are established in 2002. We're 18 years old. When I tell you that there is a massive opportunity, that's because there's about 600,000 customers in the entire world. Let me put that into perspective. There's 5.5 million people in Denver, right? There are so many people that haven't heard about Isagenix. However, we're established. We're not a one-hit wonder. We have been here. We are just warming up, but you can feel safe about this company. We have over 75 world-class products. The business awards, the Stevie Awards are countless. We have paid out over $3.2 billion in commissions. That is incredible. We've done over 30 million in product and monetary donations. The company has over 313 cumulative millionaires, and we have science-backed, cutting-edge products with third-party research. It doesn't get better than this. The last thing I'm going to tell you before I turn it back over to Laura is I think when we think about this, the fitness industry specifically, we know how challenging it is to not have attrition and to really focus on our retention. The things that we do as solopreneurs or entrepreneurs, and we're doing our marketing, we're doing our billing, sometimes we're doing our cleaning, we're doing our scheduling, we're doing it all. It takes us out of what we want to be doing, which is helping people. And so Isagenix, with no cost to you, provides all of these services that give you more time. So one of the things is customer service. When people have questions about their products or they need to make a return, we have an incredible call service that you don't have to deal with that nagging client. That alone should excite you. Our digital marketing campaigns, if someone buys one product from you, our computer system will naturally drip on them, educating them not only about that product, but other things like it. So guess what they're going to do? Buy more. And when you're sleeping, you're going to make money because this system is working for you. We have an incredible tracking app. I can't even tell you how many trainers, I'm one of them, that tried to create our own app. Why create a new system? We don't have to reinvent the wheel. Someone has already done it for us. And the IsaBody Challenge is such great accountability. The IsaBody Challenge not only gives our clients and customers $200 just for completing it and free product, they have the ability to be a global grand prize winner where they can earn up to $50,000. Okay, just think about that. For getting healthy, you're eligible for a prize of $50,000. It's amazing. So I am so excited to bring out Laura Laurie, who welcomed you to the call tonight. She's a former certified health coach. She's a 6-figure income earner within Isagenix. She's one of my dearest and most best friends in the entire world. I will tell you that one of the reasons I love to have her on here, and she's going to tell you her story, is because she was so skeptic. So skeptic. She wanted nothing to do with this business. But Laura is just like a lot of us, that when you love something, you can't keep your mouth closed. And because she had such a transformation, she went on to tell the world. And now she is impacting thousands and thousands of people globally, physically and financially. So I'm turning it over to you, mamas.
All right. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you so much. And Lauren is exactly right. I was, I was a corporate America person. I had a passion for nutrition. I had a little part-time health coaching business. I loved to show people how to meal prep and grocery shop and eat super clean. And I worked in corporate America. I had a great career, but despite the fact that I personally was eating really clean, can you hear me okay, Lauren? Everything good? Okay, awesome. And despite the fact that I was eating super clean, I was food prepping, I was preparing all of our meals, I worked out 5 days a week, I was still struggling. I had brain fog, I was puffy, I was bloated, and I was just in search of something to help me feel better. Isagenix was introduced to me. I put the products in my body. I had an absolutely amazing transformation, 25 pounds and 38.5 inches. And Lauren's right. I was not looking for this business. I fell into it completely accidentally. When I have things that I love, I tell people, I share, I just naturally do. And I had such an incredible experience. I shared away and I got paid. And that caused me to just pause and ask some questions. What's happening? How am I getting paid? When I understood this compensation plan, the way that this business model is designed, I didn't know what I didn't know. I had no idea what was available to me until I actually sat down and took a look at it. So I jumped in. Once I saw it, I was go. I was like, let's go, let's do this. I can touch so many more lives. I can serve so many more people, and I can create an income and be the entrepreneur that I always wanted to be. So with that, let's just take a minute or two and talk about this nutrition and talk about the products that we use to nourish our bodies. So Isagenix has no compromise products. This was huge for me. As a health coach, I was an ingredient snob. So knowing that we have no compromise products and ingredients was so important to me. It was one of the first things I did was I went through all the ingredients and all the products before I made a decision to get started. So I will tell you this, Jim and Kathy Coover came out of retirement, as did John Anderson, to start Isagenix. And this is really just a quick history for you. But this company for 18 years and for hundreds of years to come will always be no compromise. John Anderson is our head formulator. He was retired. He had spent 30 years in the formulation of supplements and nutritional products. The really important thing to note about John Anderson, if you want to just know like his genius, he formulated over 2,500 products for over 600 different companies. And he retired after a 30-year career. And the reason he did that was so many of the companies he was formulating for continued to ask him to make the products cheaper so their profit margins would be greater, which means fillers went in, lower quality ingredients went in, and he was very frustrated with that. So he decided to retire. In his retirement, he formulated one of our pillar products. He was so blown away by the quality and the results that it produced that he came back out of retirement to start Isagenix. We are 100% no compromise. Our products are all third-party tested for quality. We are responsibly and ethically sourcing all of our ingredients, rigorous testing backed by science. And here's the thing that I love. For 18 years, we've been talking about adaptogens and intermittent fasting. And these are kind of like, and you guys all in the fitness world, probably are hearing these things. There's so much talk about intermittent fasting right now and the power of adaptogens, but we've been doing this for 18 years as part of our systems. So let's talk about why what we put in is just as important as what we leave out. There's a lot of people who want to know not just what's in it, but we want to ensure that they know the things that are left out of it. So first and foremost, all of our protein is grass-fed, undenatured whey. When you look at some of our other products, like our bone broths, etc., all undenatured, grass-fed, grass-finished whey. We do have vegan options as well, and a whole vegan line for those who are living more of a plant-based lifestyle. Our products are all gluten-free, all low glycemic. You'll never find anything artificial, no artificial flavors, colors, sweeteners, and our products are kid-approved, and we even have products specifically for kids, which I love because this turns us into a family affair. So let's talk about our food system. This is some important things to note. Our food system is broken. And here's what we know. We're seeing science and studies that are showing us through soil samples and soil studies that our food is nutritionally depleted in so many key areas that are absolutely critical to our health. So you start seeing things like 12 vegetables were tested. And guys, look at the data. This was 1997, right? It's 2020. Imagine how much more these nutrients are decreased in our food supply right now. This presents a huge problem for people who are trying to eat healthy and eat clean, right? All the fruits and the veggies that we're encouraging them to eat more of, gosh, they couldn't eat enough to get the nutrients that they truly, truly need, right? So we see that we have a very broken food system. And let's face it, most of our clients and most of the people that we're supporting are not eating 100% whole food to begin with. Most people are living a very busy, very active lifestyle, and there's always processed food thrown in there. So when you do that, we have even less nutrition in our food. So let's talk about Isagenix and our pillars and really what we stand for and kind of the core of who we are as a company. We really focus on putting in dense nutrition. We do that through a variety of ways. One of the predominant ones is our meal replacement shakes. 23 trace minerals, 24 grams of protein. It is a complete meal, full macro balance. It is filling, and it's 240 calories. So it's the most nutrition and the fewest calories. So when we have clients that are looking for weight loss, it's ideal. Our vitamins, I call them our nutritional insurance, right? So these are the micronutrients. So we've got the shakes and bars and some other things that are macro. And then we've got our micronutrients, which is our vitamins, nutritional insurance, of course. Then we look at our ability to help people adapt. And if we're trainers, we're working with people on nutrition, but we're not showing them the power of adaptogens. It is so critical that we help their bodies rebalance, manage stress. I mean, who has stress today, right? Probably more now than ever. Whether that stress is coming from finances, lack of jobs, whatever. Exercise is also a form of stress. The body has to rebalance after intense workouts. We have to have a way to help the body rebalance itself. And our adaptogens are whole body regulators, which is huge. And then the last component of this is finding means to support our body's natural detoxification pathways. We're more inundated today with toxins than we ever have been. And Isagenix does a beautiful, beautiful job of supporting the body's natural detoxification pathways. So those are the basic pillars, but I would love to share with you that we have a system. Yes, you can save yourself stress, time, energy, and money, but here is what I love. Food has become so complicated for so many people, right? They love the idea of preparing every meal from scratch, going to the grocery store, food prepping. But when life starts happening, none of that happens. So if we can provide people simple, easy solutions, it makes it easier for our fitness and nutrition professionals to be able to give simple solutions to their clients that deliver real guaranteed results, right? So that is a critical component. But know that our systems are all whole food nutritional cleansing systems, guaranteed results. Absolutely amazing. I would love to show you some of the research, guys. We talk about the fact that this is backed by science. So I'm going to run through quickly a couple of our scientific studies. The University of Illinois Chicago did a study. And what I love about this, and maybe it's because of my age, I have no idea, but I tend to talk to a lot of menopausal, postmenopausal women. And they're always the ones who are saying, right, like, I can't lose weight, I'm struggling to lose weight. So this study specifically focused on postmenopausal used our nutrition, and look at the results of the study. 56% more weight loss, 47% more fat loss. That's huge. 2 times as much visceral fat. We know the visceral fat's the bad fat that hangs around the organs. And we saw better improvements in cardiovascular markers. This is huge. So Dr. Paul Arciero, who is a doctor at the Skidmore University, saw this result, really wanted to dig in a little bit deeper. And he performed an independent study, a 12-week study. He had men and women in this study, and he was comparing our systems to the Heart Healthy Diet. And this is what he discovered after 12 weeks. Men and women lost weight equally. I know women are always saying men lose it easier, but here we're seeing equality with our systems. The right type of weight loss. And this is huge. So many times when people diet, right, we see that they are losing muscle, not necessarily fat, because you're not getting the nutrients they need to support the muscle. Here we're seeing fat loss. The right type of weight loss is fat loss. 20% reduction in fat mass, 9% increase in lean body weight, and then a 33% increase in reduction of PCBs. Guys, this is the toxic plastics that get into our systems that people believe we really can't get rid of. And we're seeing this 33% reduction in it, 25% decrease in oxidative stress. Dr. Paul Arciero was so blown away by his results of this 12-week study, he decided to continue it for 52 weeks because he wanted to say, is this a diet or is this something that is really a sustainable lifestyle? So he said, let's see what happens after 52 weeks. Let's take the Heart Healthy diet and the Isagenix systems and see what happens. Isagenix maintained their weight loss, continued to lose weight. They continued to grow lean body mass, add lean body mass, significant improvements in cardiovascular health markers. The Heart Healthy group returned to their baseline, folks. This is like the really key thing. It's not sustainable for them, and they went right back to where they were, right? So we saw 20% less PCBs in the Heart Healthy group versus the Isagenix group. This is a lifestyle. It creates long-term success for people over the course of their life, and the results in the studies are showing us this. It is so powerful and so amazing to see. Let's see. Flip me one more time. Oh, you guys, I'm so excited about this research. But I think what is the most powerful thing, Lauren and I can talk about the business and the products, but I want you to hear the stories of the people who are out there in this industry and what they're doing. And it is my absolute honor and pleasure to introduce you to our first guest. I am so honored that I get to call him friend, but here's just a little bit about him. He is a world champion bodybuilder, fitness competition prep coach. He is a sports performance coach, personal trainer, but the most important thing about Aaron Hairston is he is a God-loving husband, father of 2 amazing boys, and I am so excited for him to pop out and just share with us. Aaron, thank you so much.
Well, thank you, and thank you all for being on here. I tell you, this is a special time, and we get to do this, right? To be here with each other and really interact, and my heart just is so warm right now and just so fulfilled hearing all this incredible information and seeing all these amazing faces. So thank you for having me. And really, this time is so special. And I think people need certainty more than ever. And as a fitness professional and someone who understands how important it is that we take care of our bodies, there's no better time right now than to educate people on what's next. Because I think that's really what people want. They want to know what's next. What can we provide others? And as a burnt out fitness professional, I tell you, I worked very hard at my body and to perform at a very high level as an asset to teams that hired me to be part of their teams. And then from there, after a really devastating injury, fell back into some really bad habits. But the thing that really fulfilled me getting back into the game was training others and teaching. And I think that this is the lesson that we all understand as fitness professionals, is that teaching is what makes us alive. We get to share things and experiences and things that we can't do anymore at an optimal level, we can help others achieve it. And so that's where we come in to really help people understand what it is that we found. And so I was super skeptical. I was one of those people that really pushed this away because I didn't really get it. I really didn't get it. I was so stuck on traditional ways and methods that I really wasn't as open as I needed to be. But because of my younger brother's persistence, over 8 months. Don't be that person, please. Looking back at the people I could have impacted over those 8 months of being stuck in my own way. But you know what? Because of his persistence and belief in me, he asked me, he said, Aaron, if you do what you're doing right now for the next 20 years, what will that do for your family? And you know, I thought about it. And the first thing I thought about was money. But then I was like, well, that's not really what I'm about. What I'm about is legacy. I'm about my children. And I had just had my first child in 2009, and little Elijah, you know, premature and just this little thing. And I'm holding him like a ball. And I'm like, this will be one ball that I will never drop. This will be one ball that I will hold and embrace, because now my activities must be about this individual right here. And as I looked my wife in the eye, I told her, I said, you know what, honey? I said, everything I do is for you. And everything is in my family. And looking at these two young ones, I'm like, wow. And so when my brother said that to me for the 100th time, it finally clicked. And I said, oh my gosh. I said, you're right. You're right, Trevor. You know what? I need to do something different. You know, because we were training athletes and we were working and trying to help kids go on to the next level, finding the diamonds in the rough. And we had some really great relationships because of my career in football. And so I knew that what I knew was so limited because of the reach, you know, and being able to make that dynamic impact in so many different lives. And so at that point, I was open. I was open to thinking about a different way. And because of the fact that my children were relying on me to build a foundation, to build something they can continue, right? Not start over. This was my obligation. And so I said yes to learning more about this company and this culture and these people that had came out of retirement to create something so special that I truly believe was divinely created, you know, and it was brought to their attention that they couldn't ignore. And so here I was at an event and I was blown away, not only by all the things that Lauren and Laura just showed, but I mean, the people that this company has attracted are some of the best in the world, you know, and I mean that because their hearts are so huge and now they have a way to deliver that. And so fast forward, here it is almost 10 years I've been part of this company. And I tell you, I've seen so much growth and development. And not only what I've been able to do for myself and my clients, but for belief and hope in other people. And I think that's what really drives us, is being able to bring certainty, right? To bring significance to people, to let them know that they count, right? That they actually are making decisions that are going to impact generations to come. And then working together as a team and letting them know that we're on the same side of the table here, right? The whole globe right now is shifting. And so we go through this strategy of how do we take what we've built over the years of experience and education and the thousands and thousands and thousands of lessons that we've learned through experiences and through working through our clients. Right now, how do we leverage that to be able to spread that and to be able to spread it through someone who's not as sophisticated into the industry as we are, but we know that they have a reach, they have an influence, right? They inspire others. And that's where this leverage creates so much power, because just like Lauren said, one person who's inspiring another person who's inspiring another person, all of that generates something bigger and better that ends up changing the world. And that's where we are right now. And as fitness professionals, people trust us to know what's next. They believe they can win with us. And so that's what really excites me, is that we have a company that has our back, that puts us first to be able to provide the best tools on the planet, the best products that we can put on our bodies to be our best, and the best systems in place to create the leverage that we want so that we're not boxed in. And we want to be able to reach out and touch the whole entire world to allow them to make choices that's right for them and to be able to see what's possible. And so I'm excited. I'm so excited about this call. And I hope that it's really in so many special ways, just soaking it all up inside of you as you just take all this information and see, okay, where is this for me? How can I integrate this into my business? How can I integrate this into my philosophy? And matter of fact, how can I start today in starting to implement new ways that are going to make me bigger, stronger, and better of a supporter of the people that I love?
Aaron, you're awesome. You're absolutely awesome, incredible. And I know this opportunity has provided you a reach far beyond your community, and you're building a global business, and you've got, you know, teams and clients all over the world. So thank you for hopping on tonight. I'm so excited to introduce you to our next guest. Sarah has an incredibly successful 26-year career in the fitness industry. She's been a gym owner, nutrition consultant, personal trainer, strength and performance coach, competition prep coach, national speaker, corporate wellness director, spokesmodel, cover model, third in the world professional physique athlete, guys. Like, we're so honored to have you on here with us this evening, Sarah, to share your wisdom, your knowledge, your experience. She's a gorgeous single mama. Come on out and share with us.
Hi, guys. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Lauren, Aaron. I mean, I really truly feel honored to be here today. And I also, at the same time, have you guys seen that minivan commercial? Do you guys know that minivan? It takes a couple, okay, and they're dating in college, right? And they're like, woo, and then they get married and they go, oh, we're not gonna have kids, right? And then they have a kid and then they say, you know, they're overwhelmed and they're like, I'm not gonna have 2 kids. Sure enough, they have 2 kids. I mean, I think there was a 3rd kid, right? And they're like, I'll never, you know, back partying in college. They're like, I will never get a minivan, okay? And I'm going to tell you, if you would tell me I would be sitting here on a multi-level marketing call, you're crazy. I would have said never. So 7 years ago, if you're feeling that way, I want you to understand you're not alone, and that it's still a little, you know, interesting for me, because 7 years ago, Lauren came to me and I was actually training her. I've trained her up and on for competitions. And, you know, of course, I was one of the first people that she sat down with. And maybe like some of you, I don't know, I was mortified, okay? Like, why? Like now, oh my gosh, now I'm going to have to avoid her forever, because I'm certainly not going to do that, okay? Because in a way, probably with bodybuilding, you know, I was brainwashed by these supplement companies, you know, that are going to give you a free t-shirt and, you know, I'm going to be some kind of superstar model. Okay. That's going to, you know, and it's not going to happen. Okay. I did a couple like booths and those sorts of things. It was miserable. Okay. You know, bra tops and short shorts, and that's not how I want to present myself, okay, as a fitness professional. I didn't say yes 7 years ago. And if you guys, you know, Lauren was being very modest when we started the call. She is one of the Isagenix millionaires, okay? So do you think I'm not kicking myself now for not saying yes to this 7 years ago when I was one of the first people that she contacted? But, you know, I like to take the tough path sometimes, and, you know, I'm kind of a meathead. So, you know, I'm not that bright, but, you know, I finally figured it out. So let me walk you through a little bit my story. About 1.5 to 2 years ago, I was on Instagram and I kept finding these people and I was really gravitating towards them. They were like Tony Robbins type people, very motivational, faith-based, good quality people in the fitness industry that I respected. Okay, they were not just training people for competitions. They were training people for life, moms and dads and, you know, hardworking people. And I kept gravitating to them. And every time that I would like dig deeper, they were with Isagenix. And I'm like, no shit, them too? Like everybody I kept just naturally gravitating towards was with Isagenix, okay? I didn't think too much about it. I thought it was somewhat interesting. You know, of course, I thought of my friend Lauren. Then, strangely enough, in the last 1.5 to 2 years, I was really getting frustrated. Over the years, I felt like for whatever reason, me suggesting things to my clients was a conflict of interest. No, they want your guidance. They look up to you. You are the professional. So I wanted a complete product line. I didn't want to send one person to Amazon. You go over there, get 2 of those things over at, you know, the place down the street, you know, and then go here and go there. I wanted things that would support intermittent fasting now. I wanted things that would definitely, a lot of my clientele had blown out adrenals. They don't eat a vegetable in a damn day, right? Vitamins, they're buying this crap vitamins. You know, vegans, you know, all of that. And I wanted one product line. So it was easier. My clients asked me, tell me, Sarah, where should I go? And again, they want it to be easy and convenient. We are all busy. Then fast forward to August, and Lauren came to me. She was preparing to speak to tens of thousands of people. And I got to be honest, I was a little jealous. I want to do that, right? That has always been my passion. And we were going to get her in great shape. She didn't know this, but it dawned on me when she walked in. I said, I think I'm finally ready to give Isagenix a try. And she about hit the floor, okay, shocked because I was the skeptic, like, please don't ask me to coffee again, okay? But I was adamant with Lauren that I wanted to try these products, okay? I needed, my 26-year career was on the line, and I needed to know that these were good products. But you know, the funny thing is Lauren brought up a few years prior, I had suggested something that was taken off the market. Okay, we don't, as fitness professionals, we can't know every single thing about these products that we're suggesting. I mean, we don't have contacts, direct contacts with people in the organization to ask questions. I don't know about you. Do your companies have money back guarantees so that your people are not wasting money on the products that you suggest? And then they're going, oh yeah, damn it. Now I spend another $50 on this crap product that's giving me a headache, right? So I was adamant that I wanted to try the products. I slept better. I had numerous people, including myself. I was thinking for a long time that I was allergic to whey. No, it was shitty whey, and it wasn't quality, okay? So once I tried, and Lauren said, try our whey. It's undenatured. It is quality protein, okay? I did not get the bloating. I did not get any of the problems that I was having with these other supplement lines, okay? In addition, I wanted my clients to have pre and post workouts, everything in one spot. So I tried the products. I went to the celebration, you guys. And again, would you ever think I would be like jumping up and down, rah, rah, in this setting? It was one of the most motivational weekends of my life. And what I was able to see was every time I tried to poke holes in this company, in this compensation plan, in this organization, in the people, whatever, every time I've been proven wrong. I went to that and I saw people with good hearts that were caring. I saw moms in the middle of Kansas making $100,000 sharing healthy products. She didn't know half of what you guys know. All she did was take the products, got excited. And I mean, again, if she can figure out how to use the website and order some products. So guys, and that brings me to also, like, please, everyone, there is nothing weird about this. You get online and you buy products. Who does that? Okay, we even have gotten rid of any type of membership fee. So there's no fee, there's no risk here. In addition to the money back guarantee, everyone buys online. Please stop with the weirdness, okay? There is no weirdness here, all right? You buy online and you share with others. So that's my story. And just recently, you know, I still haven't, I mean, I have a ton more to go with this company and I'm just getting started. I'm a self-employed single mom. So I do this in snippets of time, but I tell you what, you guys, in the last month, I've made $500, not even working that hard. And I on numerous occasions, I have said, why am I getting this money into my account? We get paid every Monday. I maybe hadn't, you know, sold to anyone in the last few weeks. Okay. And I'm like, where is this? Is this wrong? Is this correct? You guys, you've got to start thinking in a different way, not only for you, but your families. And I know many of us, for your clients, okay? They might be nurses, teachers, stay-at-home moms that are looking for a way out. All right, I should probably stop.
You're awesome, Sarah. Thank you. I love your passion. I love how fired up you are about this. And I love that you see the potential of what this is for you. And so thank you so much for sharing. And I want to just introduce our next guest, Casey Tom. And I'm so fired up to hear from Casey. She is an international fitness and nutrition educator with over a decade of experience in the health and wellness industry. You guys, I love what she's done. She has trained and educated over 500 personal trainers. She's a functional diagnostic nutrition practitioner and a certified strength and conditioning specialist. She has hit the top level of leadership within our organization, and I'm so excited to hear from this beautiful mama. So Casey, if you would pop out and just share with us, I cannot wait to hear.
Oh my Lord, thank you so much, guys. Thank you all for being here. I mean, this is truly family time, and we want to honor your time and just thank you so much. So for those of you that don't know me, hi, I'm Casey Tom. And just like what you see on the screen, that was me. On the left, that was in January. And then 4 weeks later, 22 pounds gone from post-baby on the right-hand side. But let's just chat a little bit about this. It's not about what is on the external, it's what transformed on the internal. Isagenix was presented to me 10 years ago, but let's be straight and honest. My ego was way too big. I was traveling the world as a fitness educator, and the last thing you're going to tell me to do is be in a network marketing company. I was way too good for that, right? So 10 years passes, I'm a lot more educated, I'm a little more seasoned, and guess what? This came in at the very right time for me. At the same time, guys, being an FDN, I always wanted to be a part of a network marketing company. I've always wanted that because I know the power of residual income. I've been approached by literally every company. But you know what I couldn't get behind was the community, the culture, and guess what? The freedom of the company. There is a different breed of human that is sitting here in front of you that you have heard from with Erin, with Lauren, with Sarah, guys, and Laura. There is a different breed of human here. It's humans full of integrity, of purpose, of innovation, servant leadership hearts, and women and men that just want to honestly create healthier, happier humans globally. And that's what I finally saw. My lens finally opened in November, but I was in a dark space, guys. Of course, I'm serving people globally, but I looked like that on the left, right? So I still looked 3 months pregnant, but my daughter was 18 months, but I felt so broken inside. I was like, oh my gosh, I feel gross. I feel disgusting. I felt like I could not be intimate with my husband because I felt big. Even though my husband's the most supportive man in the world, he loves me so much, I did not feel worthy. I didn't feel confident. So of course that exudes out into the world, right? Our energy is everything. It's magnetic. But when I finally got our products in our system and I was able to look into them, and as an FDN, you guys, just like you heard Laura speak, we have the absolute best products out there. There's something called a certificate of analysis that's done by the Clean Label Project. It's done globally. What our products have is over a 95% purity. There's only 6 companies that passed in the last year, which there was 176 tested, and there's over 402 companies globally. 176 tested, 6 passed, we're one of them. That speaks enough for itself, okay? When it comes to purity, there's nothing like Isagenix out there, that I can guarantee you, and I'll put my license and my name behind it because of what it's done for me and for everybody else. And you know what the best part is? My daughter was so sick, and I could not help her. Like, she had lots of ear infections, and I was like ball and shackle chains, literally just so sad. Like, we just need to get her fixed. But my clients were just at me, right, with my practice. This was in January. And I was crying, you guys, on my bed. My daughter was sound asleep on my chest. And I will, you know, when you have those memories that you'll never forget, she was sound asleep on my chest. And I was just like, oh my gosh, God, please just like help her. Like, we do not want any more ear infections. My clients were down my throat because I wasn't answering them, because they want me to be by their side all the time, every day. And then all of a sudden I get an email. And then I got an email at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and it was my first IsaWallet upload. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm sitting here taking care of my daughter, and I just got paid. But you want to know what, guys? I'm going to leave you with this. That money, sure, that money's beautiful. But you want to know what that money resembles is impact. Impact equals income. And every single day, guys, all of you fitness professionals on this call, every single day you get to wake up with choice. We are blessed with choice every single day, from the moment that you wake up to the moment you go to bed. And I want to challenge you to make the choice to choose to change, to widen your lens, to take this choice of opportunity, to come here and join this incredible opportunity to make the absolute most out of your life. Because I'm telling you right now, what's going to change in a year if you don't make a change right now? If you don't make a choice to choose to change tomorrow, to move 1 more inch forward in your life, to move that needle forward in the freedom of your finances and in your health and in the culture and the community that you're around, what is going to change? Nothing. So let's make that choice to choose to change together. And let's rise together as a fitness community now. We are collaboration over competition all day long, and the world needs to see this, not just the US. The world needs to see that we as fitness professionals are here to make happier, healthier humans, not to compete with one another, but to be here to truly help people thrive and not just survive. And that's my story. And thank you so much for being here.
You're amazing. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Casey. You just got me so fired up. But I appreciate your share and your truth. And I'm going to turn it back over to Lauren, who's going to wrap us up for the evening.
I know we are just a couple minutes longer. This is what happens when you put educators with passion in front of people. So I appreciate you sticking with us. If you can give us just a few minutes longer. But there's a quote by Warren Buffett that if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. And I will tell you what I did in my 20s, I probably could have done in my 30s. No freaking way I would have been able to do it in my 40s and my 50s, okay? And really understanding that with traditional business models, especially for health and wellness professionals, you will either have to sacrifice your time to make more money, or you're gonna have to sacrifice the money you wanna make by having more time, right? And with network marketing, it is the only model that in the beginning you might put in a lot of time and not have a lot of money, but thank goodness because of the compound effect and you are building an income producing asset, a financial wall around your family. I want you to think about this business as recession proof, that over time you will put in less and make significantly more money. So just simply put, you guys, I need you to understand the numbers. This is something that like I could not sleep when I understood. Imagine if you're gonna work 12 hours a day, 365 days a year. No one can do that, but even if you did, your maximum productivity is 4,380 years. That's the maximum amount of hours that you can produce. Now here, imagine a team. Okay, imagine if you grew a team to maybe 2,000 customers. As you've heard the stories of Casey and Aaron and Laura and Sarah, it's very possible. And imagine if even just a fraction of them, right? Maybe 400, that's a quarter of these people that wanted to get their products paid for. They maybe wanted to share with a couple of friends and family. If 400 put in just 1 hour a day for 365 days a year, you would be having 1,406,000 hours per year of productivity, okay? If you want to do that as the lonesome entrepreneur, and trust me, I've tried to do it. Sarah and I always laugh about like, why do we always try to do it the hard way? That's like our joke. It would take you 33 years to create the same productivity. So when people say, how did you make $1 million in this company? Because we duplicated. Because I've enrolled about 500 people and our team is about 15,000. That is because of the compound effect. People want to shake their head at network marketing. Well, it's a $193 billion industry, right? There is low overhead. The only overhead to get started in Isagenix is the products that you're going to use. You have a global reach, unlimited personal development. There is no inventory. I tell people all the time, I do not sell shakes out of my car. If I had to have a garage full of shakes, I would not do this. You got to earn while you learn. The distribution is done for you. I'm not mocking other people, but you know those people that are mailing toothpaste out of their house to their friends and family? I would not do it. We have a true residual income. The startup is so low, unlimited income potential. Like you really, really have to see that there's true leverage here. Just to give you guys an idea of what's possible when you commit to this for the long term and you can leverage your brand and your influence with a system. Here's 3 incredibly successful people that we are honored to say are at Isagenix. Lori Harder, who's a multiple cover model. She has her own 7-figure brand outside of Isagenix, but she is a millionaire within Isagenix. Kathy Savage, who's one of the first people to pioneer online contest prep coaching, had a 7-figure online fitness coach prep business, now has a multiple 7-figure business with Isagenix. Tyler and Kelly Dickerhoof. Kelly was a hairstylist and spin instructor. She didn't have a lot of influence, but she had burning desire to change the trajectory of her life. And 10 years later, she makes more than $2 million a year. Now remember, we don't make any claims. We celebrate everything. If you want to make $54 a week, if you want to make $5,400 a week, if you want to make $50,000 a week, you get to decide. But just like if you go into the gym, you got to work hard to have incredible results. Sarah didn't become third in the world because she did cardio a couple days a week, right? The sky is the limit, but you have got to grind. So Laura briefly highlighted the systems to get started. I am going to show you how to make money right away because I believe in showing you an income producing asset and getting you paid right away. But between $10 and $20 a day, we will reallocate your dining budget or your eating out budget into an investment into your long-term health, into this incredible healthy lifestyle, but most of all into an income producing asset. So if you guys can bear with me for 1 second, I'm going to stop the screen share. And Erin, can you tell me, can you see the screen? Can you see my whiteboard? Okay, I can see you. So I want you guys to just think about this for 1 second. Can you see me? I gotta like duck down and do this whole thing. But simply put, if Erin gets started right now, I'm gonna say I need you to have 2 accountability partners. You cannot drink on your cleanse days, right? I need you to find 2 people that are gonna hold you accountable. So he's gonna grab his 2 people.
Lauren, can you bring it closer to your laptop?
I have to hold it then. I told you my wheelie one is getting repaired. Can you see it?
Yeah, that's better. Thanks, hon.
Okay. So you have in Isagenix your left team and your right team. Erin's going to bring 2 people, okay? Just as a result of grabbing 2 accountability partners, finding 2 friends, he is going to immediately, assuming that we do this with the value system, earn $400. Now we duplicate. I'm going to tell Erin to grab 2 of his friends, or both of those people to grab 2 of their friends. If Erin has his 2, grab their 2, he is going to increase his revenue from $400 to $950. Now the cost of the value pack is $599. So here's what you need to see. Just by finding 2 customers that know 2 customers, Erin's already profiting. He has already benefited $350. And now we just keep doing this. Now here's what you guys need to see. This person may just be a customer, but this person starts sharing with a lot of people. This person brings in a gym and they bring in their trainers and they bring in their clients and they bring in their customers, okay? This person right now, because it is a collaborative business model, we work together as a team. Because they shared with someone that went out and shared with a lot of people, we all benefit. I know that's a little bit tricky to see and I'm sorry. I am getting my new one. It should be here actually on Monday. I'm so sorry. But I'm going to leave you with this, okay? And I really, really am so grateful and so appreciative that you all have been on here as long as you have been tonight on your Thursday night. This company, 1000% has changed my life. 1000%. And there's things that I didn't tell you guys tonight, but when I started Isagenix, I wanted to make $100 a week. I wanted $500 a month. That was my only goal. I never imagined being able to make $5,000 in a week, $10,000 in a week. It is mind blowing. But you know what it gave me was time and it gave me freedom. It allowed me to be my dad's caregiver while he battled Parkinson's for his last few years. This allowed me to pay off hundreds of thousands of debt. 65,000 of it was in student loans. This company has continued to give and give and give to thousands of people. And right now, that is more calling on my heart than anything is the fitness community. I have cried so many nights since COVID-19 thinking if I was still training full time, if I was still teaching group fitness full time, I would be living at my parents' house. Like I have zero idea where any money would have come in. I was so paycheck to paycheck, waiting for an unemployment check, waiting for a stimulus check. My world would have been so screwed that I have been doing more calls, more reach outs, talking to more people because I understand what people are feeling right now. And we are here to help you. So this is not a hard close. I am not going to sit here and try to convince you to get into the tree and get in early before thousands of people join. This movement is happening. Without even putting in the effort, people are reaching out left and right because they want the 2 things we have: nutrition at their door and a work from home opportunity. So whoever invited you on this call tonight, it may be Erin, it may be Laura, it may be Sarah, it may be Casey, it may be Carrie, it may be me. I don't care. I want you to do your homework. You do the research. You take the time to make an educated and informed decision if Isagenix is the company that you want to partner with, that you believe we have the science-backed products, that we have passion, that we have integrity, and that we are in here for the long haul. So we are grateful for all of you. And just like we asked you in the very beginning, why did you get started? Which, like Casey said, was to have impact. Imagine what your life can look like 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now. There will be another recession. Sadly, there will be another pandemic. And so how do you build insulation around your financial blueprint for your kids, for their kids, and for legacies to come? We love you guys. Thanks so much. Good night.